Over the course of these past few seasons, we have traveled far and wide to bring you stories of conservation, rescue, and in-the-field knowledge of the animal world. Today, our journey continues as we kick off yet another season of Kamp Kenan. No place is too far. No story is too deep, and no stones will be left unturned in the pursuit to quench our thirst for knowledge.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're hanging out here in the Jeep. We are in a really cool wildlife management area, one of my favorite places not too far from my house, and we are going to re-release a really cool species of snake today. It's a Florida pine snake that actually got hit on the main grade here that we're on, so we're going to use the good old trusty Jeep to take him way off into the woods and find him a nice safe place, because our good friends at the Bush Wildlife Sanctuary got this guy back in top-notch shape and he's ready to be released. So in the meantime, we're going to have a little bit of a safari, and it's also the kickoff for season 4. We're on season 4, man. I'm really excited. We haven't been out in the Jeep yet. I figured let's get out in the Jeep. I got a new hat. Let's break it in. Let's rescue another animal, all right? So come back after the intro and we are starting season 4 today.
A good portion of my life has been all about action, which still holds true. But now I pour all that time and energy into wildlife conservation, education, and the pursuit of knowledge. This is Kamp Kenan.
So this is the fun part. We're off the main grade, we're on the secondary trails here, and it's just a lot of fun. I mean, I love coming out here. I don't mind taking the long way. And I also want to shout out to my friends at Mile Marker Winch, because these guys really helped me out by getting this Jeep really off-road ready. I mean, this thing is sick. So always love Jeeps, always love being off-road, because this vehicle gets me where the animals are. And look up here, this is a little fun mud hole for us to go through. Another really cool thing I like about the Jeep, and you'll notice also, guys, there's a controlled burn happening here as well. They'll sometimes come in here and they'll burn plants down just to get rid of the dead brush, and they do these controlled burns so that they don't have any big forest fires. So that's really fantastic. Let this guy go past. It is actually fun when you see people way out here. All right, so I just like to get way out here so that this guy doesn't have any chance of getting back towards that main grade where he was injured. And you'll meet him soon enough. We're still on our little adventure going through here. But you know what? I think I might need a little bit of a bigger vehicle, because we've been getting a lot more rescues with some bigger animals, so we'll see what I wind up with. But one thing's for sure is my friends at Mile Marker definitely going to hook me up with one of the best winches out there so I can pull myself out of trouble. Believe it or not, I actually have used it. All right, well, we've made it to a nice location that's far away from a lot of traffic. And well, why don't I show you the snake? You guys have been patiently riding along with me, so this is a good area. We've got some open area. It's sandy soil. They like that. A lot of leaf litter for them to hide in. So let's show you the Florida pine snake. Now, what's really cool is, like, Bush Wildlife doesn't actually get a lot of these. So this was kind of fun, and it was even more fun that we were able to save this animal. And they can be a little nasty sometimes, but here it is. What a cool snake. Florida pine snakes. Yeah, so this was a really great story. The animal had been hit by a car, but it made a full recovery, which is just incredible. So that's the goal with us at Bush Wildlife, is to get animals back out into the wild. And you hear that? He's not happy about that ride. He's been bumping and jostling around. So this snake right here is a protected species here in Florida. I do have a special authorizations permit from Bush Wildlife. We are releasing this animal back into its natural habitat, not far from where it was actually taken by a Good Samaritan, which is also really neat. Not many people will stop and go out of their way to save a snake, huh? Sometimes they like to just keep running them over, and I know my viewers and we don't like that. But anyhow, beautiful face on this snake. This animal here is gonna eat small rodents, wood rats, small rabbits, frogs, toads, lizards, other reptiles, and they just have a really pretty coloration to help them blend in and camouflage themselves in their habitat. As I mentioned, they like the sandy soil, the leaf litter, the pine habitats. And so we are way out in this wildlife management area. We're gonna let this animal go. It's a really, really cool story. I love helping animals, man. This is the coolest thing going, especially when we get to help a snake get back out there and fill its niche in the environment. So very cool. But get a close-up of that face. They have this scale right over their eye, which almost gives it a look of an eyebrow. And you'll see that on some cobras. You know, it gives it an ominous look, like he's scowling or he's frowning at you. But I just love that shield over his eye. Such a cool snake. All right, what do you say we let him go? You guys ready? Let's do it. Let's come on over here, find a nice place for him to hide. Yeah, I like this because we got this nice pile of debris here. And if I were him, that's where I'd slither. So I'm gonna leave you guys now with some photos, some images and video of this guy making his way into his new home. Awesome. And you could really see how well he blends in on that sandy soil, right? Look at this. Look at how incredible that is. Get some of the flecks, the black flecks. I mean, that's just incredible. And there he is, just sensing his new environment. He's happy to be home after he convalesced at the Bush Wildlife Sanctuary. All right, look at this, man. Nothing gets better than getting an animal back out. Look, he's trying to hide and burrow already just to get out of sight. So this is awesome. We're seeing natural behavior from a Florida pine snake, and you can really see he's looking for a spot to go into. Awesome. Oh, look, he's tough now. See this, guys? See how he's flattened his head out? He's flattened his head out. Now he's back out in his natural environment. He knows he doesn't have cover, so he feels a little insecure. So he's flattened his head to mimic what it would look like if he were a venomous snake. And this is unfortunately what would happen to some of the non-venomous snakes. They kind of use these tactics to kind of scare larger animals like human beings away. Unfortunately, people don't always do their research and they kill snakes that just don't deserve it. In my opinion, no snakes deserve it. But you see this? He's gonna find those palm fronds, and that is it. He is gonna disappear, and we have done our job. So it looks like he found a nice space for him to kind of hide and get out of the open, because remember, snakes, they're often prey themselves. So he wants to hide. I feel really good about this. It's always awesome to let an animal back out into the wild. Hats off to the Bush Wildlife Sanctuary for giving me the opportunity to do this for them, and for saving another one of our reptilian friends. Well, the journey isn't over because I still have to get back to civilization. So let's hope the Jeep makes it, because there are some big holes that I gotta go through. We'll see you soon.